There is no way for me to justify what we're about to do besides I thought it might be a little funny. Do I realize this is very capital-esque behavior? Yeah. But it's not that serious, so we're all gonna have a grand time. If you didn't read the title of this video for some reason, what we're doing today is we're putting a bunch of book boyfriends recommended by you and myself into a Hunger Games simulator to see who is the ultimate book boyfriend. Let's start with just going through the contestants. Ooh, I'm your host, Caesar Flickerman. What is that accent? So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 76 Hunger Games. First up from District 1, we have a couple from my personal favorite series, Red Rising. We've got Cassius, Bellona, and Darrow. They are masters of the razor, and if the game makers were nice enough to put those in the arena, they will definitely win these games. But going over to District 2, we've got two brothers going head to head. Kit and Kai Azur over here. Now, if Kai can start talking to somebody, he can just yap his way out of this arena, and Kit, well, he's probably just gonna be really moody for all of this. They've kind of already gone through the Hunger Games in their book already, though, so they've got a leg up on some of this competition. Same goes for Cassius and Darrow, honestly. Next up, in District 3, we've got a couple of modern boyos over here that, are not ready for what they're about to go through. Their normal books, one is solving a murder and one is just trying to get the girl, and now they've got to fight for their life. That's right, we've got Wes Bennett and Ravi Singh. If I had to take a bet on who was dying first out of this crew, it's these two. I don't think they stand a chance. Then heading over to District 4, I feel so awful for putting him in another Hunger Games, but he is my personal favorite book boyfriend of all time, so he had to go in here. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Finnick Odair, the classic book boyfriend, might I say. And we've also got Raven Yu from One Dark Window. I've only read the first book in that series, but he can fight. He's the head of the guard, so maybe he stands a chance. In District 5, we've got Roman Kit from the Divine Rival series and Gideon Sharp from the Heartless Hunter series. Roman is just a writer. He actually did really bad in all the battle scenes in his book, so I don't have a lot of hope for him, but that's okay. Gideon Sharp over here, though, he's a witch hunter. He's got some skills. He can be really sneaky and deceptive, so he's got a pretty decent shot, right? And then we go over to District 6. We've got Rhysand, spelled the right way this time, unlike when I did a recap and spelled his name with a Z until I realized halfway through, so I'm doing better now, thank you. He's here, he's got powers. I feel like that's an unfair advantage, but you know what? Go ahead, Rhys. We've already got Kit and Kai in here. And then we have Nick Davis. He is from the Legendborn series. Now, if he's bringing his Legendborn powers in here, also a little unfair to the other contestants, but we've got a lot of boys with power, so we're gonna stop bringing that up every time. He's got some fighting skills. He could be a decent contender. He is just a little younger and not as experienced as some of these guys, so it's not looking great. In District 7, we've got a rivalry that has been going on for decades now. 2 decades, to be precise. That's right, it's Edward Cullen and Jacob Black. One's a vampire, one's a werewolf. Who will make it out on top? Probably neither of them, because they're both just gonna be thinking about Bella, or Bella's child, Jacob. Okay, moving right on from them, District 8. We've got some classic dystopian boys that just weren't in the Hunger Games dystopian series. That's right, it's Four and Thomas. One's from Divergent, one's from The Maze Runner, so he can run really fast, and Four's really experienced with guns, which unfortunately those aren't normally in the Hunger Games, so good luck, Four. Going into District 9, we've got a couple from the Grisha-verse. That's right, we've got Nikolai and Kaz Burker. I actually haven't read Six of Crows, so I don't know anything about him, but a lot of you like him, so I put him in here for ya. And Nikolai is basically just Finnick reincarnated, in my opinion, and I love him for that. So I'm happy he's here. And next up, we've got District 10 with Xaden Ryerson and Liam Mari. These two are cousins slash best friends, and they have a bond that nobody can break, not even death itself. We're just gonna hope we don't lose either of them, because that would be really unfortunate if that happened. Then going to District 11, we get into the Caraval universe with Jax and Julian Santos. Jax has a bit of an attitude, and Julian was a little mischievous, but he's a sweetheart truly, so I worry for him, but maybe he can pull a Peeta Mellark. And speaking of Peeta Mellark, of course we couldn't do a book boyfriend Hunger Games without the one and only Peeta Mellark. once again going into his third Hunger Games. He has lots of experience, unfortunately, and he is once again from District 12, even though by the end of the books there is no more District 12. But he's back! Anyways, we've got Peeta Mellark and Aaron Warner, who I also haven't read their series, which is Shatter Me, but a lot of you like him, so he's here, and I've heard he's dark and broody, and I can basically sum up his character like that. But now, let's proceed. Okay, we're starting. Ah! The bloodbath. As the tributes stand on their podium, the horn sounds. Wes Bennett runs for the cornucopia. Darrow runs for the cornucopia. Peeta Mellark repeatedly stabs Ravi to death with scythes. Peeta, what the heck? Oh no! I wasn't wrong with my prediction of Ravi or Wes going down first. And then Finnick Odair, Jacob Black, Nick Davis, and Gideon Sharp all run away from the cornucopia. They want nothing to do with this. This is a shocking move by Finnick Odair. He is experienced. He has always gone to the cornucopia. He is a career tribute. I don't know why he's running away. Jacob Black, no, he doesn't need weapons. He can turn into a wolf, so why would he go there anyways? And Nick Davis, well, I think he just got scared, the same way Gideon Sharp did. They don't really know how they ended up here. Roman Kit stays at the cornucopia for resources. That's good. He's probably looking for a pen and paper, so he can send a note to Iris. Thomas rips a mace out of Liam's hands. That's really impressive because Thomas is a lot smaller than Liam. Liam, how did you let this happen? Oh my gosh. Okay. Nikolai cannot handle the circumstances and commits. That's not funny. I didn't know that was an option. How do I remove that option? I'm so sorry, Nikolai. Oh my gosh. Anyways, Jack stays at the cornucopia for resources, as well as Julian and Raven. Then Kaz just runs away from the cornucopia, as well as 4. Oh my gosh! Rhysand killed Kai'Sa Zur with a sickle! He was really mad that Kai was stepping on his Shadow Daddy area, even though that wasn't Kai's power. He just had that energy, you know? I can understand. He just got intimidated by the competition. Edward Cullen? Edward Cullen, no. No. Edward Cullen, you cannot do this. Edward Cullen convinces Cassius Bellona to not kill him, only to kill him instead. Edward, I already don't like you, and now you just killed one of my favorite book characters ever? This is the ultimate betrayal. He's coming for me. This was a personal attack by Edward Cullen. He is sending me a message right now, and I don't take that too kindly. Oh my gosh. I hope he dies. I hope he dies next. Okay, Aaron Warner snatches a pair of scythes. That's great. Xaden runs away from the cornucopia. Honestly, unexpected. And Kit also runs away from the cornucopia. That's, to be expected. I guess let's, proceed. So after the cornucopia, I believe we have 5 deaths, but we're still in day 1, so it's not giving me the countdown, so I can't do the cannons for them. Maybe I'll do that in post-production. Okay, well, Edward Cullens is going into his vigilante vampire era again, and he is going hunting. Meanwhile, sweet Finnick is picking flowers. Sweet boy, he's like, I don't want to play these games anymore. I'm just gonna pick flowers, and you know what? That's okay. It's okay. Oh, Finnick, that's so cute. Peeta Mellark receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. That sponsor is probably Haymitch or Katniss, let's be so honest right now. Kit camouflages himself into the bushes. I wonder if he got that skill from Peeta. Most likely. Roman Kit runs away from Darrow. That's really smart. Darrow is one of the top competitors in my brain. The fact that Cassius is already out still blows my mind, but Darrow could still win this all on his own. 4 defeats Gideon Sharp in a fight, but spares his life. 4 just wanted to show that he is the alpha male here. He is one of the original book boyfriends, and he needed to remind Gideon Sharp of that. Jacob Black receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Jacob Black can turn into a wolf. You're wasting your money, unknown sponsor. Come on now. Julian Santos injures himself. That's not that shocking. From what I know of Julian, and I read all those books, this seems like something he would do. Kaz discovers a river, which is fabulous. We all know you need water in the Hunger Games. We all saw what happened to Katniss during her game, so it's great that he has already found water. Rhysand questions his sanity. I'm doing the same thing, Rhysand, and probably you are too, because we're all just watching book boyfriends go through the Hunger Games simulator right now. Anyways, back to Aaron Warner tries to sleep through the entire day. That is so valid and so in character for him, I feel like. I love that for him. Wes Bennett fishes, as he should. Xaden receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Man, we got some rich sponsors this year. It was a big deal when they sent Finnick that trident in the... Oh no. Oh yeah, 65th Hunger Games. Wow, I really blanked there for a second. Don't come at me, please. I'm still his biggest fan. Anyways, moving on. Thomas constructs a shack. That's honestly fitting. He had to do a lot of work in the books that he was in the Maze Runner, you know. I definitely haven't forgotten the entire plot of that book already. They were in a maze. I don't even think he did anything besides run around, so maybe that's a new skill for him. Happy for him. Nick Davis injures himself. Oh, okay, Nick. Let's do a little better, please. Jack discovers a river. Also great. More people finding water sources. Liam makes a slingshot. Wonderful, wonderful planning. If you can't get a weapon at the cornucopia, you make one, because somebody stole his mace? And then Raven Yu is just exploring the arena right now. Let's proceed to the night, I think. Fallen tributes. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Should I make the cannon noises? I've seen people make the cannon noises before, but I don't know if I can. So, 4 cannon shots. Can I get 4 big booms? I don't know why my hands were also exploding, but you know. That's the 4 cannon shots. So in the first day, we lost Ravi Singh, Nikolai, Kai Azur, which I feel like I missed somehow. Wait, when did that happen? Sorry, so much happened during the bloodbath. I completely blacked out from that. And of course, we lost Cassius Bellona. Proceed. Night 1. Thomas receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Wonderful for you, Thomas. Jack thinks about home. Well, you're not going home unless you kill everybody else here, Jack, so you better get on it. Snap, snap. Aw. Aaron Warner lets Nick Davis into a shelter. Look at these blonde boys bonding. They're so cute. Then we've got Kaz tries to sing himself to sleep. That is so incredibly sad. Oh my gosh. As well as Rhysand, he's also trying to sing himself to sleep. These poor boys. As well as Gideon Sharp is also trying to sing himself to sleep. That's so tragic. Oh my word, wait. We've got this cutie little alliance up here of Wes Bennett, Julian Santos, and Liam cheerfully singing songs together. They're like, who cares if we're in the Hunger Games? We're gonna sing our little tunes. I like to believe that Liam brings a little of his fantasy tunes to them. Wes is just singing pop ballads over here. And Julian is the one who somehow has a guitar in the arena right now. And then, in a shocking turn of events, Edward Cullen lets Jacob Black into his shelter. The fanfictions are happening, people. They're gonna end up together. They're both leaving Bella. This is great news. Oh, Peeta. Peeta convinces Roman Kid to snuggle with him. Honestly, these two are so fitting together. I love it. And then Four and Raven, they're just huddling for warmth. They're not snuggling. They're just together for warmth right now. Nothing more. Ooh, Darrow receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Duff's about to get real if Darrow's got a weapon now. Ooh. Okay, Xaden cooks his food before putting his fire out. Great. Uh-oh. Kit Azur defeats Finnick Odair in a fight, but spares his life! Yay! I was actually very scared there for a second. Thank you, Kit. I knew you were a good guy. Wow. Here's my hot take. I don't like Kit more for Peyton, obviously, but I like Kit as a character more. I think he was more my style and was just a sweetheart, unlike Kai, who was like, meh, 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 meh. And Kit just, he had a really tough childhood. Both of them did. Never mind. I don't wanna, they're both a little too broody for me, but at least Finnick's still alive. Day 2. Kit Azur scares Liam off. Man, he's getting really intimidating. He does have fire-water combo powers, if I remember correctly, something like that. So I can see why. Imagine you just walk up to somebody, try to start a fight with them, and then you start seeing fire come out of their hands. I would also be scared off. Thomas collects fruit from a tree. That's wonderful. Wes Bennett is thinking about home. Understandable. Rhysand receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Man, they are making sure these boys have weapons. Jax travels to higher ground. Always smart. Always a good plan. Darrow defeats Jacob Black in a fight, but spares his life. That's a very Darrow thing to do, honestly. I know that might sound insane because if you read the books, he kills a lot of people, but he does love to spare random people's lives when it doesn't seem like it's a great idea. So this is on par for him. 4 defeats Julian Santos in a fight, but spares his life. Do they know what game they're playing? I'm unsure if they realize the stakes of just sparing somebody's lives, but moving on. Anyways, we've now got Nick Davis, Aaron Warner, and Gideon Sharp tracking down a classic book boyfriend, Edward Cullen, to kill him. Edward Cullen is gone. We have revenge for Cassius Bologna as he deserves. Thank you very much, all you boys over here, Nick Davis, Aaron Warner, and Gideon Sharp. I am very proud of all of you, and I might be rooting for you a little bit. And then we've got Roman Kit begs for Finnick Odair to kill him. He refuses, keeping Roman Kit alive. Like, imagine if this was his third game. I feel like Finnick would be like, no, we're getting out of this again. I got out of here once. I don't know how they ended up back in the arena. I would love to know the story of that. I don't think I would. That'd be very depressing. But, you know, he's fighting again. And then we've got Peeta Mellark receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Again, probably Haymitch or Katniss. We've got Raven Yu receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Okay, that seems unfair. And then, oh, Kaz and Xaden hunt for other tributes. Ooh, that's a dark and broody team up right there. I'm a little scared of them myself. Thank you very much. Would not want to face them. Honestly, if Xaden came after me, scared, running. Arena event. Acidic rain pours down from the arena. Uh-oh, Gideon Sharp survives. Xaden survives. Wes Bennett refuses Kaz's shelter, killing him. Oh my gosh! And just like that, right after he teams up with Xaden, Kaz is no more. They must have split up pretty soon after that. Like, how is Xaden alive? Did he just break into the shelter, but they're like, sorry, Kaz, can't let you in as well? All right, so it looks like we've also got Darrow, Four, and Jax surviving here. Aaron Warner shoves Thomas into a pond of acidic rain, but is pulled in by Thomas, killing them both! Oh no! Oh no! That's really unfortunate. We've just lost Aaron Warner and Thomas. Uh-oh. Nick Davis injures Kit Azur and leaves him in the rain to die. Oh, I think we just lost Kit, guys. That's pretty sad. Uh-oh. Liam shoves Julian Santos into a pond of acidic rain, but is pulled in by Julian, killing them both. I'm really just upset about Liam right now. Okay, I'm sorry, Julian. I don't care that much about you, but why we gotta do Liam like that? Okay, the next one. Raven Yu injures Finnick Odair and leaves him in the rain to die. No. No, that doesn't happen. I would like a redo. I think we need to relook at this simulation. I think Finnick is perfectly fine. Anyways. Rhysand, meanwhile, is refusing Roman Kit's shelter, killing him. That seems very reasonable. Man, Kit, you should have stuck with Peeta because Peeta survives over here and Jacob Black survives. This was an awful day for me. I think all my favorites are gone now. I mean, I guess, who am I rooting for at this point? Darrow? I think I'm Team Darrow right now. That's who I want to win. Let me know who you're rooting for right now or who you were rooting for at the start, because only one of them is making it out. Man, this acidic rain just took out so many of them. I think it was 6. 9 cannon shot can be heard in the distance. We've got Edward Cullen from District 7, Kaz from District 9, Aaron Warner, District 12, Thomas, District 8, Kit, District 2, Liam, District 10, Julian, District 11, Finnick Odair, District 4, and Roman Kit, District 5. This is tragic. This is tragic news. Okay, let's see who is actually alive right now. Okay, we've got Darrow from District 1. We've also got Wes from District 3. He is faring way better than I expected. I knew Darrow would do well because he is a baddie, let's be honest here. He's gone through the Iron Rain and stuff, the Hunger Games is no problem. But then, we've also got Raven Yu alive. He has some experience being the head of the guard, so this kind of makes sense. He knows how to be tactical with situations, so understandable. Then we've got Gideon Sharp, the only alive tribute from District 5. And he's doing good. He's also kind of the head of the guard, so this makes sense. He's got good tactics. If him and Raven team up, they could be a dangerous duo. Then we've got Rhys and Nick still alive from District 6, but they have not paired up. District 7, we've only got Jacob Black. District 4, District 8 only 4. I read his name, not his district. Why didn't I put him in District 4? I don't know. This was a big mistake on my part. District 9, all dead. District 10, we've still got Xaden, but he has lost Liam. This is really unfortunate. And then we've got Jax, who is still alive in District 11, and Peeta is the last remaining tribute from District 12. We are proceeding to day 3. Sorry, we're only on night 2. This is going by so fast. Okay. Night 2, we start off with Nick Davis receiving a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. How many hatchets do they have to send out to these tributes? This is not normal. Jax, meanwhile, is climbing a tree to rest. Very smart. This is very in character for him. I mean, he's holding an apple at all times. Where do you think he gets the apples? Trees. He's got to climb trees to get the apples. Okay. Meanwhile, we've got Jacob Black, Raven Yu, and Wes Bennett discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. See, this is how Wes is staying alive. He is aligning himself well with these people right now. This makes sense. I mean, he's really friendly. That's how he got the girl in the first place. And then Gideon Sharp receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. That's wonderful. Darrow is starting to make moves. Uh-oh. Darrow pushes Xaden off a cliff during a knife fight. Darrow. You know what? Honestly, on par for Darrow. This is something he would do, absolutely. Oh, Darrow. Then we've got Reese over here, receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Of course he does. I mean, he's the head of the Night Court of Solaris, wherever he's from. He's got money. Of course they're using it to save him. Ugh. Nepo baby. Peeta Mellark is awoken by a nightmare. Oh no, it's just like the books. And Katniss isn't even there to comfort him this time. This is awful news. Poor Peeta. I'm more upset about Peeta having nightmares than Xaden falling off a cliff at the moment. 4 loses sight of where he is. That's unfortunate, 4. Maybe you should regain your eyesight. All right, day 3 now. Gideon Sharp travels to the higher ground. Smart. That's what Anakin would do. I should have put Anakin in here. He's not a book boyfriend, is he, though? I mean, there are Star Wars books, but I don't know. I actually haven't watched Star Wars. I should do that. Anyways, Peeta Mellark tries to sleep through the entire day. Valid. I mean, he did have a lot of nightmares. Nick Davis discovers a river. Wonderful. He's also getting some hydration, as he should. Wes Bennett receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Interesting, Wes. Man, he really has become the dark horse in these games for me, personally. And then we've got Reese, Jax, and Jacob hunt for other tributes. Uh-oh. This is an interesting pairing. I can't imagine this trio ever working together. Jacob and Reese would be fighting the entire time, and Jax is just not a work together kind of person. He is, I'm doing it on my own or not at all. So like, I feel like he's just gonna betray both of them, honestly, but maybe I got the wrong read on this. Oh, it's an arena event. A monstrous hurricane wreaks havoc on the arena. We've got Nick, Reese, and Peeta all surviving, and then 4 is sucked into the hurricane. Uh-oh. Wes survives. Jax survives. Raven pushes Jacob into the incoming boulder? Oh, this is a massive hurricane. Sorry, Jacob. Pretty sure you're dead. Gideon Sharp is also sucked into the hurricane. Yikes. This squad was broken apart really fast, wasn't it, here? Oh, no. We still got Jax and Reese as a pair. Okay, interesting. And then we've got Darrow. He's alive. That's good. Let's proceed. End of day 3, we've got the fallen tributes. We've got Xaden from District 10. We've got 4 from District 8, Jacob Black from District 7, and Gideon Sharp for District 5. This is an awful, awful day. Not as awful as the day before when we lost 9 tributes. We lost more tributes in day 2 instead of day 1 during the bloodbath, and that doesn't really add up to me, but okay. We're getting into the final few right now. We are going through this fast. Uh-oh, okay. Jack tends to Wes Bennett's wounds. Oh, Wes is still making these alliances. Okay, I see you, Wes. Peeta Mellark thinks about home. This is normal for him. He's done this in the past Hunger Games, okay? Reese tries to sing himself to sleep during the night of day 3. So sad. Okay, and we've got Darrow receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor that is sent directly from Severo. We all know who sends the explosives to Darrow, okay? Raven receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Okay, fun. Who's the unknown sponsor? Don't know. And Nick also receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. These sponsors are feeding these boys this year. Okay, day 4, plot twist. It's not normal day 4. No. We are going straight into a feast, apparently. And, Okay, the cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memories from the tribute's families. That word doesn't fit there, and I'm really confused. Is it supposed to be like mementos or something, or am I really bad at reading and shouldn't have a book channel? Anyways, Darrow decides not to go to the feast. That's typical. Look, when Darrow is focused on a task, he doesn't care about his family or anybody else. He is just focused on getting that task done, as we see all throughout the second trilogy. Wes Bennett kills Peeta Mellark for his supplies! No, Wes! You were supposed to be a sweetheart. Why'd you kill the other sweetheart? I mean, I don't feel like Peeta would kill he has. Oh my word. Wes, why would you do this? Is so out of character for Wes. I feel like something has snapped in Wes during these games. This is not the normal Wes we know from Better Than the Movies. What happens in that second book? I still haven't read it and now I'm scared for our girl. Anyways, Raven and Jax track down and kill Nick. Oof! They are going after the blondes today. Nick Davis is finally down. Honestly, not that shocking. I'm shocked he made it this far. Just with the experience of some of these other competitors. Wow, that was a weird way to say that. Anyways, I didn't think he would make it this long, but he did, and that's pretty cool. But he has trained since he was a kid, so I guess it kind of makes sense. Anyways, we've got Rhys decides not to go to the feast. Okay, Darrow and Rhys, the older guys here, they said, no, we're staying out of this. I guess Jax is also like 100-something years old, but he doesn't feel that way, so it's fine. Anyways, the two older guys are like, no, we're good. We got other stuff to do. Can you imagine if those two teamed up? A power couple right there. Anyways, proceeding. The rest of day 4. Raven receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Probably his family, that is filthy rich. Again, most of these people are Nepo babies. Oh my gosh! Wait, sorry, Jax. Jax sleeps through the entire day. But Darrow and Rhys split up to search for resources. They're working together. Oh my gosh, the power couple. We got the fantasy boy and we got the sci-fi boy. This is insane news. I am clutching my computer right now. Like, this is not just some random simulation that I'm running. This is huge news to me. Somebody write the fan fiction. Anyways, Wes Bennett constructs a shack. Skills for a modern boy, proud of him. Day 4, we only have 2 tributes have fallen. Peeta Mellark and Nick Davis. I didn't feel like doing the cannons for the other days because it really hurts my throat and I had regrets. But we'll continue on now. Okay, we are down to the final 5 right now, which is Darrow, Wes, Raven, Rhys, and Jax. Out of these people, I'm rooting for Darrow. Full force rooting for Darrow. He is one of my favorites, and I will continue to root for him until he's gone. Let me know who you're rooting for out of the final 5. This is fascinating. Proceed to night 4. Raven Yu stabs Wes Bennett in the back with a trident. Oh, Wes, you had made it so far, but he just couldn't make it to the top 4. Oh no, Raven! Honestly, fair game. Did he steal the trident from Phoenix Corps? I feel like he did. Oh, that was dark. Oh gosh. Darrow receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Baby, that's Mustang. We all know this. Rhys receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Okay, that's probably from Farah. Let's not act too shop. Jack dies trying to escape the arena. Okay, Icon. He's not technically a god, but he's a fate. So he's got like mystical, magical powers. Mystical, magical. Anyways, he's got those powers over here. So that makes sense. But I guess the arena was made to protect against those. Wow. Down to the final 3, just like that. On day 5, dang. Darrow collects fruit from a tree. Raven dies from hypothermia. My word. And the biggest twist, Rhys dies from an infection, meaning day 5, we have our victor. Fallen tributes of day 5, Wes Bennett. Jack. Raven. That just sounded like I was throwing up. That's really great. And then we got Rhys. Did Darrow even kill anyone? The winner is Darrow from District 1. I'm so proud of my boy, honestly, right now. Look at him. I don't even think he got his hands dirty. He spared somebody's life. No, he sent somebody over a cliff, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he had one kill, so he sent somebody over a cliff, which I think it was one of the boys that was tall and with dark hair, so who freaking knows? My word, Raven killed 4 people during these games. That is our top contender for kills. Man, okay, this was messy. I cannot believe Darrow just won that. Like, it makes sense. Of course Darrow would have won this. His tactical brain is insane. His body is insane. The golds are like at least 7 feet tall, okay? People, like, they are big guys. I know a lot of these guys are easily 6 foot something, but Darrow probably was still towering over most of them. Were these games even really fair? No. I don't know how Cassius died so early because he's also like the same stats as Darrow over here. Also, Darrow just with weapons, stuff like that. Crazy good, trained by some of the best. And if you haven't heard, we are getting more Red Rising content after Red God, which is gonna be a little like, I'm pretty sure it's a manga, which will be my first manga to read on Lauren, because it's not a graphic novel, I don't think. Maybe it is, and I'm sounding really stupid right now, but I'm pretty sure it's more of a manga style thing, which is gonna be so fun, but we still gotta get to Red God first. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. I don't know how I expected this to go, but this was not the way. But hey, everybody, we've got our #1 book boyfriend now, and that is Darrow of Lycos, as it should be. I mean, come on, look at him. Look at him. He's fabulous. He's fabulous. Congratulations, Pierce Brown. Your character is the best. We shall all bow down to him and admit that he is the best book boyfriend. He took down the top romantasy book boyfriend. So you've won, Pierce Brown. You've won. You've got the #1 book boyfriend. And also, most of Book Talk has a crush on you as well, so you're welcome. How'd you manage all that, Pierce Brown? How'd you manage that? Okay, well, if you have any other set or type of characters you want to see me do this with again, let me know. This has to be one of the most insane videos I filmed, but I had a wonderful time. This was honestly so entertaining for me. Even if y'all don't like it, please still leave comments on more ones I could run, because I've had so much fun and I need an excuse to do more of these. Anyways, with all that being said, if you do like this video, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know whatever videos like this you want to see, tier ranking videos, videos like this, just chill sit down videos. I love doing these. I love just hanging out with y'all. It's really fun, okay? But I think that is all for this time. So I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.